Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I have a book haul I've been wanting to show you, but I've been waiting and waiting for every book to get here in the mail. I was very inspired by watching Angie. Hi Angie, Angie Paisley's crafting channel on YouTube. She had a book haul of Edith Holden books and just some really beautiful botanical type books, and so I just literally shopped for the exact titles that she had, and I was really excited because I was able to find all of them either on eBay or Amazon, and the prices were actually better, I think, on eBay. But at any rate, these books are absolutely gorgeous. I know lots of junk journal people and paper crafters will craft with her books, and when I first saw Angie thumb through, I thought, oh my goodness, they're just too beautiful to cut up. So I went ahead and ordered 2 copies of the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. I just, they weren't that expensive, so to me, because they were definitely cheaper than a paper pad, and since you can't copy these pages, I wanted to go ahead and just get 2 copies, and I've already started cutting up one for tags. But oh my goodness, these are so pretty. They have kind of the little weathered, patinaed kind of looking edges, and I think it's actually printed that way to make it look more vintage. But these are just diaries of her time spent out in nature. Look at this one, so pretty. It's got the little blue robin's eggs, all different kinds of eggs, I think. Yeah, robin, blackbird, rook, wren. I like the bird's eggs. And then I also love about these books, the writing is in calligraphy. It's not, I don't know if it's exactly calligraphy, but it's probably written with a quill pen. And the printing is just beautiful. This is my birthday month, June. So it's really, really beautiful images, and this is her original artwork. So she was an amazing artist, and the flowers and all the names of the flowers and the names of the plant life and birds. Beautiful image of blackberries. I love this one because fall is upon us in a couple of weeks, and I love the acorns. You want to hear a funny story? So we moved to this new place. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody really knows us, and I'm sure the neighbors are kind of like, who are those new people? This was about almost a year ago now. But the tree in front of our house has gorgeous baby acorns, so cute. So I think when you're kind of new, the sheriff will just drive around the neighborhood and just kind of see, I don't know, maybe because it's a small town and they don't have anything better to do. But here I am with the flashlight on my phone, flashing it up at the branches of the tree, trying to find baby acorns, and he pulls up and sees this lady, I'm sure wondering what in the world I'm doing with the flashlight on my phone, looking up at the trees, and then bending down and picking things up. Oh, look at those mushrooms. It's a beautiful image. And he just sat there for a minute, so I just waved at him. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. not doing anything wrong, but I'm sure he thought I was cuckoo. So anyway, he pulled off and probably said, "Oh, there goes the neighborhood." Anyway, silly, but the acorns were adorable, and I made garland with them. These are some of my favorite mushrooms. I love mushrooms too. And then look at the fall leaves, so pretty. Anyway, many of you have probably seen the images in the Edith Holden books, but this type of crafting is still, I consider it still fairly new to me, so I'm still learning a lot, and Edith Holden artwork is gorgeous. I find it captivating. So those were the two Edith Holden. Well, actually, there's a third one. I only ordered one of this one. Nature Notes. Oops, sorry. It's called Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. And it's got some of the same. Oh, look, I turned right to my favorite thing again, acorn. She also has really nice poetry in here. So I haven't really looked through this one as well. Some of the distributors of these books mail them quicker than others. This one I had to wait a long time for. Look at that beautiful bluebird. I mean, she just has such beautiful artwork. Fruit of the sweet chestnut. It's a chestnut. More blackberries. I love these images. I could look at these all day. I brought one with me on the airplane, and I did enjoy looking at it. And then these are so pretty and delicate. And I have made a few tags. I think I'll do a craft with me video, and maybe we can do some tags together. And the paper in these, like I said, already has this beautiful vintage kind of tea stained coloring to it. I don't know if it's showing up okay on the camera. There's lots of beautiful butterflies in her images, and you'll see bumblebees. I'm not a fan of snakes. I think that's a snake. Well, it's a worm. I'm not too freaked out by worms or snakes, but they're just not my favorite. And there's more butterflies. Look at these beautiful birds. They're just the right size for tags. So, though we can't copy the pages, you can get your hands on copies of these fairly inexpensive. I think I got one for as little as $5. It just depends on the distributor and how many they have on hand. Look at this one, April and the bunny. So the Edith Holden books are gorgeous. I can't wait to make tags for my journals. Then she showed us this one, Portrait of a Country Garden. And I'm sorry, this one I might not be able to get the whole thing in frame, but I'll page through it for you. Again, it's got beautiful calligraphy. Let me see if I can tip it up a little. There we go. So it's got beautiful calligraphy, and just look at the artist. Who is this artist? Let me see. Roseanne Sanders. I don't know if she's the artist or just the person who wrote the book, but I'll find out. But again, the colors, the paper is really nice and matte and cottony, and it's just beautiful. Very, very pretty. Is that Frisia? I'll find out. I'll have to read it. And this looks like hydrangea. And there's also like pointillism almost kind of art, if I remember my techniques well. Look at these. This beautiful fruit. apples and pears. Beautiful colors. So this is another one. If you can get your hands on it, it's got gorgeous, gorgeous images. And you can use, you know, the script as well. Now these don't have the tea-dyed coloring, but still very nice coloring. There's more of that kind of pointillism artwork. Look at this one. Really pretty blossom here. Oh, see, this is so gorgeous. I haven't thumbed through this one yet. Oh, that's beautiful. The leaves are so realistic. And there's also insects and butterflies in this one. There's a beautiful little violets, lilies. Oh, so pretty. So this one is Portrait of a Country Garden, and I saw Linica from Lynn's Crafty Life. She just hauled this one as well. And then England is a Garden. I got 2 copies of this one as well because I really want to cut one up, but they're so pretty that I want to save one. And like I said, the price was so good, and they are used when you order them, but I selected the ones that said they were in very good condition, and that does make the price a little bit higher, but worth it to me. But look at this beautiful, it's like watercolor, and I hope it's showing up as beautiful as it really is, because that's a gorgeous like pink and rose color. And I think those are peonies. Yes, these are peonies. And this is fuchsia, not, I forgot what I just called it earlier, but they're fuchsias. And they have little animal life. So cute. It's a lily of some sort. And I like this book because it also has pictures of buildings and houses and other things that would make great tags. There's a big cathedral there, and look at the daisies, and these all have that really washed out kind of vintage watercolor look. See, there's a little castle with a turret and some wildflowers. So there's gorge. Oh, look at the pansies. Beautiful. All of these books just make me happy. I love the beautiful garden botanical images. And you can see the difference. One was a little more faded than the other, but that's just the dust jacket, so it doesn't matter. So England is a Garden is a beautiful one. And then this one was probably the hardest one to get my hands on. It's called the Frampton Flora, another one that Angie hauled, and I just went and Googled the title and it came up with these. And there's beautiful images in this one. And the pages are kind of a creamy color. So I like the size of the images, and it's almost like they took a picture of the picture, because this looks like parchment paper almost. So they're really, really nice. Beautiful images on every page. Really nice. So this one's called the Frampton Flora. Oh, you can see I've already started demolishing this one. It feels like you're being a book vandal, but I love to craft with these beautiful images, so I have to do it. And I don't want to be illegal and copy the pages. That would just feel wrong. So anyway, I just thought I'd thumb through some of these and show you. how beautiful these botanical images are. I'm sure there's other crafters that have hauled these and shown the pages, and I just loved watching the ones that Angie hauled and seeing how pretty they are. And then I have a few other books if you want to stick around and see. Look at this. The last two I'll show you. Just so vibrant and beautiful. That is gorgeous. These are children's books. And part of my Christmas crafting, I want to use some children's books. So I went and found this awesome used bookstore here. It's about 30 minutes from my house. And this one made me really happy because it's called And So to Bed, a bedtime collection, and it's got all of these bedtime stories. But I remember when my son was really little and we moved to Texas, and he had to go to bed when it was still light outside, and he was so upset. He could not understand why he would have to go to bed and the sun was still up. Well, my mom used to read us this story, and it's by Robert Louis Stevenson, and it's called Bed in Summer. And in winter I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it not seem hard to you when all the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play, to have to go to bed by day? So that's so sweet to hear a story that I used to hear when I was little. And I looked high and low for this story when Ethan was having such a hard time going to bed when it was still light outside, and I never found it. Well, now I have it. He's too old for me to read it to him now. He could care less. But I'm glad I have it now. So this is a fun memory. And then there's Wee Willie Winkie. Love that one too. Are all the children in their bed? For now it's 8 o'clock. I have fond memories of bedtime stories. So I love this one. But even though this one has great poems, it also has wonderful images. So I was happy to find that one, and it was only $2. And does anyone remember these? The Ideal books? Do they still print these? My mom used to get these as a subscription, and when I was home last, she let me take a few of these with her. I don't know what these Post-its are. But anyway, look at this beautiful image with the cardinal. The Ideal books have such beautiful images. They have wonderful poems and stories, and even some cookie recipes and casserole recipes. And this one is all vintage Christmas. So I'm gonna have fun making tags and creating pages for Christmas journals with this one. My mom was very generous and let me go through her books. She is a book fanatic. You can find a book on anything. She also has lots of music. So this one was old-fashioned ideals, and so I took this one too because it has lots of vintage images. And like I said, lots of stories. Like this one's about the general store, and look at the old-fashioned candy, licorice, and dots, the little candy dots that they put on paper. So I was really happy that she let me have this one. Look what this one's called, Lace Curtains. I won't read it to you, but something about the country fair. Time is a treasure. It certainly is. A little boy in a wash tub. Getting his probably weekly bath. Now we're all get your shower, get your bath every day. It's about a covered bridge. I'm gonna guess that's a grandma with her granddaughter. Small town street. Old books. This is exactly what I'm hunting for. So anyway, ideals with an S, are really fun for images and vintage pictures. And then last but not least, I have some Christmas books that I found. This one was my mom's, and this one's called Treasured Tales of Christmas. I think I may have already started cutting this one up, but again, it just has beautiful Christmas images. And look at that one, tucking them all in, and there's the angel in the background. Pretty. And familiar stories, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. The Christmas tree. So if you hung with me to see all of my book haul, thank you very much. This one is a collection of book stories that were from the Ideals magazine. Look at that beautiful vintage image. I don't know if you can see it, but her dress is like a beautiful purple violet color. And they're ice skating. I'm from the cold part of the country where we would skate a lot in the winter. So those images make me a little homesick for going outside and ice skating. These pages are kind of shiny, but that's okay. Look at that beautiful nativity scene. Oh, A Mall and the Night Visitor. That's actually an opera. I grew up in a different kind of home in that we were exposed to lots of classical music, and this is an opera that my children will tell you, oh no, Grandma's gonna make us sit down and watch A Mall and the Night Visitor. And it's now a fond memory because they're all grown up, but most kids at 6, 7, and 8 probably don't want to sit down and watch an opera. But we assured them that we had to do the same thing. And now they can sing some of the funny parts that weren't really funny, but to a kid, opera sounds funny when you're singing all the words. So we tease Grandma about that all the time. Grandma made us listen to opera. So I'll stop rattling on, but thank you for watching with me. I absolutely love the illustrations in books, especially old books. So I think I had a great success collecting some of these. Now I will say, because I do have a big collection of books, I have given a few away so that these can take their space, so that I don't start hoarding and have nowhere to go with all of my books. But if you saw some that you're interested in, just Google the name, and I'm sure you could probably find a copy for your own crafting. And since this is going on 24 minutes, I'll say goodbye for now. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.